Trouble is brewing in Maharashtra. Vikas Aghadi government, where allies NCP and Sena are miffed with the Congress now after the Grand Old Party allegedly kept them in the dark over resignation of Assembly Speaker Nana Patole. Congress is undecided on whether they will be contesting elections jointly with the allies.
All is not well in the Maharashtra Vikas Aghadi government. Ally trouble is growing for the Congress as NCP and Sena are miffed with the Grand Old Party over the vacant Assembly Speaker post. The rift started 5 months ago when Nana Patole resigned as Speaker of the Assembly to take up his new assignment as State Congress Chief. The move left the Sena and NCP leadership red-faced as they were kept in the dark. Sources say Uddhav Thackeray expressed his displeasure over the Speaker's stalemate in a recent meeting with Congress leaders. The Congress leaders are downplaying the divisions.
तो हर एक की उद्देश्य होता है कि आपकी पार्टी बनाना चाहिए, हमारा भी है, कोई नाराजी नहीं, कुछ होगा तो हम चर्चा से वो सुलझा लेंगे। देखिए ये तो सब मीडिया की बातें हैं, बहुत अच्छी तरह से काम चल रहा है, ठीक है, हम अपनी पार्टी का एजेंडा हम सरकार में रखने की कोशिश करते हैं, लेकिन हमें अपनी पार्टी को मजबूत करने का पूरा अधिकार है और हम चाहेंगे कि हमारी पार्टी पहले नंबर पे आए।
The vacant Speaker's post is not the only reason for friction. The Congress is undecided on whether it will contest elections alone or jointly with the allies.
मी जे बोललो त्याच्यात मी वापस येणारच नाही. सो बडालो. त्याच्यामुळे आपण आपल्या कामावर लागा. ते काल मुख्यमंत्र्यांनी सांगितलं आपल्या शिवसैनिकांना की तुम्ही आता कामाला लागा वगैरे. म्हणजे आता मी बोलत होतो तो त्रास होता.
The death of senior Congress leader Ahmed Patel seems to have affected the coalition's functioning. Sources say Patel had a rapport with Sharad Pawar and the two of them used to resolve routine flare-ups. Now, after the demise of Ahmed Patel, differences between the two parties remain unresolved. With Mausami Singh, Bureau Report, India Today.
Well, following Assam and UP's queue, Karnataka too is mulling a population control model. BJP National General Secretary C.T. Ravi is commenting now on the UP population model, saying that Karnataka too needs a similar policy. He said that population in Karnataka has breached the 7 crore mark and given the limited resources, population policy is a need of the hour. Apart from Karnataka, there is growing chorus for a population policy in MP as well. BJP MLA Rameshwar Sharma has written to Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan demanding that a law on population control be made. The issue has divided BJP's allies as well, with JDU seeing the solution to India's population explosion in awareness and education. Meanwhile, Maharashtra Minister Nawab Malik mocked UP's population policy, saying that BJP should bring either no child policy or more child policy, as many BJP leaders are unmarried and do not have children.
प्रदेश सरकार ने जो निर्णय लिया है वो अब प्रदेश के हित में लिया है और देश भी इस रास्ते पे चले जिससे जनसंख्या नियंत्रण की दृष्टि से कुछ करके दिखाया जा सके। और इस निर्णय का मैं समझता हूं कि प्रदेश में तो स्वागत हो ही रहा है, पूरे देश में स्वागत हो रहा है। जनसंख्या नियंत्रण तो आवश्यक है क्योंकि बढ़ती हुई आबादी और उपलब्ध संसाधन दोनों के बीच में संतुलन बनाने के लिए जो हमारे पास संसाधन है उन संसाधनों का सही प्रकार से उपयोग हो सके, इसलिए जरूरी है कि जनसंख्या की नीति तो आनी चाहिए।
Endorsing the two-child norm, which is now emerging as a consensus in the country, and this bill has a provision that any deterrent part or coercive part of the bill or the law would not be applicable till 18 months after the law is enacted. 18 months, that would be a gestation period for convincing the people, reaching to the people. Means 18 months is a period to reach out to the people who are not convinced or who are confused or who are deluded that growing population is necessary for them and the nation.
इस देश की बहुत बड़ी समस्या जनसंख्या है, इस देश की बहुत बड़ी समस्या आबादी है और जनसंख्या नियंत्रण को लेकर कानूनी परिधि में ये विषय जरूर आना चाहिए और उसको कानून की परिधि में लाकर यदि हम काम करेंगे तो निश्चित रूप से उसका लाभ इस देश की भावी पीढ़ी को होगा।
हम दुनिया की आबादी का 20% व्यवहारिक में हमारी आबादी हो गया है, जमीन 2.5% है, इसलिए इसे सामाजिक समरसता और विकास दोनों के नज़रिए से देख करके इस पर काम करने की ज़रूरत है। इसीलिए जोगी जी की सरकार को धन्यवाद देता हूँ।
जनसंख्या बहुत बड़ा एक कलंक होता जा रहा है और जनसंख्या एक ऐसी महामारी हमारे देश में होती जा रही है जो देश को पीछे लेके जा रही है। जनसंख्या पे कानून और कंट्रोल जरूर होना चाहिए, कानून आना चाहिए और उत्तर प्रदेश में योगी जी ने इसके पहल करी है। हम अपने मुख्यमंत्री को बहुत बहुत बधाई देते हैं और धन्यवाद बोलते हैं।
लिहाजा जनसंख्या का विस्फोट अगर बढ़ा तो समूचे विश्व में भुखमरी फैलने की आशंका है। तमाम दुनिया की सरकारें चिंतित हुई हैं, भारत सरकार भी चिंतित है। हमारा और हमारी पार्टी का ऐसा मानना है कि खाली प्रतिबंध लगाने भर से इस समस्या का हल नहीं होगा, इसलिए अतिरिक्त विचार विमर्श की आवश्यकता है। सभी राजनीतिक दलों के लोग मिलकर के बैठ कर के ऐसा एक कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव ड्राफ्ट तैयार करें जिससे जनसंख्या नियंत्रण हो। जिनके कम बच्चे होते हैं उनको इंसेंटिव दिए जाएं, उनका अगर आरक्षण भी करना पड़े तो मैं उसका भी पक्षधर हूँ।
If Yogi ji want to promote a two-child policy, there is a two-child policy in the state of Maharashtra. Most of the BJP leaders are demanding there should be more child to be given birth by the woman. So he has to make more child policy, or he has to make a no child policy, because most of the BJP leaders are unmarried or doesn't have any child. It will be better that he must listen the BJP people and make new policies. Two-child policy is there in the state of Maharashtra as well in many states of this country.
Well, the showdown over the Mekidatu continues between Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Karnataka is pushing for the construction of the reservoir along the Kaveri River, with Chief Minister Yediyurappa now meeting the Union Jal Shakti Minister Gajendra Shekhawat. After meeting the Chief Minister reiterated that the state is going to be going ahead with their reservoir plan to ensure water supply for capital city Bangalore. He's also said he's unsure the centre is going to be extending the support to the state government. The Mekidatu project has led to a fierce face-off between Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, with the DMK government maintaining that the reservoir is going to be depriving them of the Kaveri river water. MK Stalin has also held an all-party meeting yesterday in which a resolution was passed to stop the Mekidatu dam project at all cost.
We have discussed in detail almost all the irrigation projects, including Mekidatu. So definitely in the coming days we are going to complete all the things, and he is going to help us from the center, and he is ready to help us in all respects. That's what we have discussed, particularly about tap connection water to each houses. That is a very important issue. Prime Minister is very particular. So we will try our level best to complete about 25 lakhs connections as early as possible.
We have assured the state of Karnataka and the Chief Minister of Karnataka to look into the projects which are pending, especially the Mekidatu project and the other projects. I assured Kalsa Banduri and all other projects. I have assured that we will look deep into the issues pertaining to the state of Karnataka. We will organize a meeting there in Delhi for that after having studied all these things, and I assure that the justice will be given to the state of Karnataka.
Sir, Honorable CM has apprised the issue of Mekidatu, and he has urged for the clearances which are pending before the Government of India. The DPR has been submitted to CWC and it has been referred to Kaveri Monitoring Board. So, Honorable Minister is aware of the whole issues, and he has promised to look into the whole issues and give us justice to Karnataka.
It has been a very consistent stand of the Congress party that Mekidatu should happen. We should complete the project. In Karnataka, we have been maintaining that the people in the Kaveri basin and also the people in Tamil Nadu will be benefited by this Mekedadu project. We stand by the government of the day who says that the Mekedadu project should happen. It is an opportunity for the BJP government here, since they have a government at the center and they have a government here. They should work it out and see that the Mekedadu project happens. And we hope, while deciding, the interests of the farmers on the other side, that is in Tamil Nadu region, will also be protected. That kind of a decision should go. We firmly stand in support of the government, especially on this issue.
Well, Siddaramaiah has filed a personal attack at Karnataka Chief Minister Yediyurappa, calling him a mouse. In a series of tweets, Siddaramaiah has called B.S. Yediyurappa a mouse, saying that, and I quote, BSY's followers call him tiger, but in reality he's a mouse. He hides in burrows when he has to stand up in front of Narendra Modi. The former Chief Minister has lashed out at Yediyurappa over the IBPS incident. Recent notification, in fact, that exams will not be conducted in Kannada. Siddaramaiah has fired this personal attack days after he called Chief Minister Yediyurappa a dog, saying that BSY was unable to speak and convince the centre regarding issues in the state. Well, AIADMK has issued a gag order to all party functionaries amid reports of infighting. Party functionaries were told not to air any grievances in public nor attend any TV debates. A joint statement released by the AIADMK coordinator O. Pannirselvam and co-coordinator Edapadi Palaniswamy have also accused the media of demeaning the party. This comes after a meeting of AIADMK district secretaries held on Friday to review the party's loss in assembly polls. During the meeting, voices were reportedly heard in support of O. Pannirselvam and demanding for single leadership. Audio recordings of Sasikala's conversation also with some AIADMK party members have only added fuel to fire. In the audio tapes, the expelled AIADMK General Secretary could be heard assuring that she would return to politics and revive the party.